Hi everybody, it's Marissa, and I am going to do a tutorial on a Whitlock design from the Silhouette store, and it's a stationery box, and it looks like this when it's finished. And the dimensions are, let's see here, 6 by about 4.25. It's hard to see with this, 4.5 by 4.5. So actually her design has in it a card and card fronts and some tags, but what I ended up doing was making it and putting my entire Scraptastic kit in it. So it has the 3x4 cards here, the die cuts and little things like that are in here, and let's see, the whole stamp set is in there, 4x6 cards, and those little tags, and then a couple of the tags that were made with the cut, and the washi, the Travel Girl washi. And I stuck scissors in there because when I did the Instagram photo, I showed that you could put scissors in there, and I actually had a little memento dewdrop, not this color, but I had one tucked in there because it will fit also, and you can put the lid on it and just kind of take it with you wherever you want to go, or kind of what my idea was to create my own little project life kits for friends and make my own 3x4 cards, my own 4x6, do some die cuts, and then just package it up as a gift and give it. So this is made up of, it has these 2 larger compartments in here, and then these 2 smaller ones, if you can see that. So I'm going to go through putting together one of these. I've already pre-cut the pieces, and one of my suggestions, and I'm new to all this, so those of you who are veterans know this better than I do, but what I did was, there were so many cuts for this box that I made it up, I think it ended up being 5 mats, so I figured out which pieces had to be on the patterned paper, this is only 5 pieces, so I put all of the pieces actually, and the 2 tags. I tried to and the card front, but I tried to keep all of that stuff on one mat. That way I could label it as being something that would be with patterned paper. So I kept all that together, and then I tried to keep and then I saved it and kind of renamed it. So it was a different SVG file. So I have, I think, 5 or 6 SVG files that I saved with everything sorted out, so that way if I came back and did it again, I wouldn't have to resort it. So anyway, we're going to start with the bottom part of the box with this structure here, and please forgive me if I stumble along the way or I mess something up, because this is my first tutorial and I'm pretty new to silhouette designs as well. So if I do something wrong or you have a suggestion, I'd love to hear it. So first you start off with these two smaller pieces, which are these 2 compartments here in the front. So I'll move this off to the side again. And so just folding all of these down. And this is really difficult to do with a video. So and I've chosen to use zip dry adhesive, and so I'll just have to hold the parts together for just a few seconds so they can dry. Oops, didn't hold that one long enough. Zip dry is a great adhesive, but I have to say, getting out of the bottle, I made sure before I started the video that the bottle was, that I had closed it properly, but it's still kind of gunked up a little bit. So it's crazy adhesive. And it's nice and clear, so you're able to, if you make a little bit of a mess on the edge, it's not too much of a big deal. And in this, most of these components, especially these inside, these boxes that we're doing here on the bottom, they do get covered up by another, by the supporting pieces, so you don't have to worry so much about, if you get a little glue that drips out on the side, it's no big deal. There are probably plenty of you who've seen Lori's videos. She also does tons of videos for her, for her cuts. This one in particular I didn't see a video for, so thought I'd just go ahead and put it together. So there's the first one, and it's a 3x4. Then we'll do the second one, and looks like I'm probably going to be able to do this a little bit faster now, because I'm getting a little bit better, acclimated to the camera a little bit better, and being able to see. Get that one. Whoops. I seem to not ever hold these tabs long enough. These little inside ones are a little bit of a nuisance sometimes. And again, I'm not going to take this label off because, again, it's going to get covered. So no big deal there. And for those of you who have a cameo or any silhouette, I was so frustrated yesterday as I was cutting these because my cameo kept grinding and, like, I don't know, the mat got pulled in there and pulled sideways, and so I'm kind of resorting to using Cricut mats because I think they're thicker, and I think there's a texture on the bottom that I think keeps them from slipping and sliding around like that, and I was just getting so mad. Annoying. So again, those of you who are more experienced silhouette users can probably give me some suggestions and things like that, but I'm just about ready to mark my Cricut mats as to where they're, where the silhouette exactly lines up with them, because it's not that much of a difference, but I'm just about ready to do that, because if you accidentally set the blade to depth incorrectly on the silhouette and it's too deep, it'll cut right through that mat. And I've never had a Cricut mat where you've cut, it gouges, but it does not actually cut apart the mat. So, sorry, this is a long process. These do take a while. And what I try to do as I do this is, it has these little notches, and I try to kind of cover them a little bit, make sure where I'm gluing is pretty flush with that edge. Now again, like I said, it's not going to matter a whole much because there's going to be a panel for these two that goes right across the front, so you're not going to see those. And then I'm going to go ahead, since I have these two right here, oops, sorry, out of frame, I'm going to go ahead and glue these two together since I've got them right now. And zip dry does give you a little bit of wiggle room if you need to adjust something just a little bit, but, don't expect it to be for very long. Gives you a little bit of time to kind of make some corrections. And, you know, that's part of crafting, you know. Everything's not going to be completely perfect. It's always got that that homemade look to it. And if you don't like that homemade look, then I suppose either you know, too much of a perfectionist to enjoy what you make, or I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I'm a crazy perfectionist, but sometimes with crafting, you know, I have to let it go. So those two pieces come together, and then the next section is, here's a bigger one. Yes, we've got to get this off because that will be on the inside, and we don't want to see that. Alright, get that out of there. Alright, so start gluing down these tabs. Maybe because these are a little bit bigger, it'll be a little bit easier. And Lori's designs are so cool. I really enjoy them. So if you've tried any others or have links to places where people have done other things with some of her designs, especially her three-dimensional things, I'd love if you link that up. Apparently the glue just was not coming out. Zip dry bottle is so hard to squeeze. The hardest part of putting this together is this bottle. And I do have to be honest. I mean, these things do, I mean, anybody can put these together. This is not difficult. However, it takes time and some patience to do them. I think the biggest amount of time that I spent on this was actually ungrouping all of the pieces. Here we go. Yeah, ungrouping all of the pieces, sorting them out, and then kind of, I did a template where I used inexpensive cardstock, and I cut it out, and then I just started sorting out all of the pieces, only to find out that Lori had on her website what all the pieces were. So anyway, yeah, lesson learned. Try to see if there's an easier way to do it before you start. But you still do. I mean, you still have to go and ungroup all of those items and sort them. And that's really what really is the big time consumer at first. And I honestly used to really like red line tape or score tape for things like this, but I never realized until I started trying the zip dry how much I really, really like this. And some of you may prefer the score tape. I don't know, enjoy it. Crafters are notorious adhesive hoarders. I have so much adhesive and tried so many adhesives. And the zip dry is about, without a coupon, it's pushing $7 a bottle, so kind of pricey. Okay, so that is the second section that's finished. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these two sections together. And based on the length of this video, I may have to just do the bottom portion and make a second video for the lid. I just like getting my hands in there and just making sure I rub all of those edges. And I really like getting this here. It's nice, and so there doesn't look like there's a huge seam there. Alright, oops, a little bit more here. Okay. So we've got those two sections. Oh, that drives me crazy. Okay, now here is the third section of this bottom box. So very similar to the others. Again, I'm going to have to take the sticker off here. I keep forgetting that even when you get a pack of, I think it was 25 sheets of this and it was pre-packaged, that they leave the stickers on for individual scanning, I guess, when they get to a store. Alright. Oh, and there was one other thing that I put in there. I actually had a bag of those cute 2Ps, the star paper clips. So you can get a little bit of the fun, some of those fun little clips and things in there as well. And this might be, you know, you can use it as a stationary box. So let's say somebody who doesn't get out a lot, or someone you want to give a sweet gift to, you can do, you know, your cards and your envelopes, and you could put some stamps in there. You could put some, you know, stickers, things like that. You could even put a small pen in there, so it's just a complete little stationery set. And if there are any other tutorials you'd like to see on any of the 3D cameo cuts or any cameo cuts, please let me know. I'd be happy to give it a whirl. You probably know better than I do how to, but it's good for me to get me, you know, trying things. And goodness, these tabs are buggers. Let me get some more glue on here. Okay, I'll try to get this put together before I get to my 20 minutes here. I may not get that far, so... Alright, so what I'm going to do is finish up gluing this side, and then for the next video I'm going to complete the lid, put everything together, and so between these two videos I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up here, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this portion to the back, so you'll see it completely glued when we start the next one. Thanks, bye.